this wonderful event. And at the beginning, I just wanted to say and congratulate how happy I am for this uh, event, and huge congratulations to Center for Dalit Studies for organizing 75 lectures. It's not easy task coordinating people, coordinating scholars, and also understanding the themes of all kind. And there have been uh, talks on various themes from economic perspective, from social perspective, from justice perspective, from the perspective of law, perspective of community building, also perspective from the democracy, nation building. There are so many aspects that this series has covered in past 75 weeks. Also from the Buddhist perspective, and we have to recognize that India is a multi-faith, diverse community, and holding such a great nation into a non-violent, peaceful way through the constitution is not an easy task. Why I'm saying this? For two reasons. We see the situation in Sri Lanka, situation in Myanmar, situation in Thailand, and situation in Bangladesh, also situation in Pakistan. So if you look at around the countries of India, their political situation, their economic situation, and the disasters that these countries are facing in terms of democracy. I'm not talking about natural calamities. I deeply sympathize and feeling very sad about what flood has happened and claimed thousands of lives of people in Sri Lanka. Uh, uh, so I'm not talking about natural calamities. I'm talking about the political and the democratic calamities that encounter, and realities are not very far from us. Uh, so Indian Constitution has a power, it has a beauty to hold this. And to celebrate that from all the facets is not an easy job. So, first of all, uh, my deep thanks to uh, all the organizers and especially Mallepalli Laxmaiah sir for initiating these dialogues about Constitution on 75th anniversary. So formally, I wanted to thank, as it is a last event, Indian Institute of Dalit Studies, Center for Dalit Rights, National Alliance for Social Justice, Dalit Coalition, and People's Campaigning for Socio-Economic Equity, Dalit Bahujan Front, National Movement for Land, Labor and Justice, Dalit Human Right Defense Network, and National Council of Women Leaders. Along with the CDS, these organizations came together to celebrate this. And I'm honored to welcome Mallepalli Laxmaiah sir on the last flower on the garland. And I'm honored to introduce him on the last talk of the 75th anniversary of Indian Constitution. Uh, Mallepalli Laxmaiah sir needs no introduction, but uh, formally speaking, in such event, uh, I can give a separate talk on his life and work. But with the time constraint, uh, I work with him from my personal experience and from my institutional engagement and also from my intellectual engagement. There are various facets of this great man. Uh, Lakshmaya sir, of course, founder of Center for Dalit Studies, which has his own contribution in Dalit movement in terms of legislature, making laws. We all are very well aware of Saplan movement, and he never sort of stopped merely in Telangana, but in Andhra, in Himachal Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu, in Maharashtra, in Bihar and various parts of states. Mallepalli sir, Laxmaiah sir is spreading the awareness about the economic rights, social rights, and what are the provisions, what they can do. Mere talks are not enough, but he is actually doing work for their emancipation. So that's one of his greatest contribution. I think making laws for people who are oppressed so that it can secure people for ages. Secondly, Lakshmaya sir is a great writer. His writing is not mere intellectual. I have read his English translation, and it's published in national newspaper, Indian Express, and of course Sakshi. But the way he writes, he really highlights the issue where it will touch people's mind and will create the awareness. He is not mere writing for sake of writing. He is writing for change. So his organic writing, his writing that touches people is great. And also, third aspect of Lakshmaya sir, he is a great leader and organizer. He's a wonderful leader who lives with people, who lives with people's experiences, and from people's experiences, he built up institution that will address those needs. Such kind of multifaceted leadership Lakshmaya sir has, and I'm very proud to work with him on various issues. Is not only great journalist and great writer, but in the field of Buddhism, he is a one of the builders of a Buddhavanam project, which is the largest heritage theme park of India. And his awareness about historicity and archaeology is great. I've been to Sri Lanka with him, and I understood the way he talks with the intellectuals, with the officers, with the ministers, with the people. So, with that all quality, we are going to benefit from his huge experience and vast experience engaged with the movement. So I'm very honored to invite Mallepalli Laxmaiah sir to deliver the last talk of 75th celebration of Indian Constitution. Thank you very much, sir, being with us, and floor is yours.
Thank you, Santosh. I think your good words about me. I think that's all your good heart. Uh, Now we are remembering and observing the day of our beloved leader, great Bodhisattva Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, 69th Mahaparinirvana Divas. I think accidentally or coincidence, whatever thing, this lecture, last lecture also is ended with our beloved leader Mahaparinirvana Divas. I think it's a great coincidence. I think I wrote article today in Telugu. I argued about Ambedkar. So many people are saying, and so many people are uh, express about Babasaheb Ambedkar. Is the only the constitution, reservation, and other things. Some people they are saying he's a reformer, social activist, social revolutionary, like that. But in my understanding, we have to also think about it. Baba Saheb Ambedkar only revolutionary in India, only revolutionary, because so many revolution means is a complete change. Reform means is a temporary relief. He did two things. He persuaded to temporary relief, like reservation, like scholarship, like abroad education, like anything against atrocities act, like that. But same time, he advocated the philosophy of the total change of India. That is the the caste annihilation. The caste annihilation means is the whole 360 degrees change. This ऊपर नीचे करना है. ऐसा एक very important thing. Another thing is why caste annihilation. Some people saying caste is a social issue, caste is a culture. But caste is not only social cultural issue, caste is a political and economic issue. Total, the caste means the state. In Marxist language, state means is the whole society. State means the governance, state means society, state means religion, state means like that. So many things included in the state. The caste also is a similar to state. There is no different state and caste. Caste is a state now here. In India, state is a caste. That's why he wants to change the caste. Even in the annihilation of caste, his thesis, he mentioned about intercaste marriages, about interdining meetings or whatever. There's a lot process, but he said in this book, in this thesis, he advocated the Dharma Shastras of Hindu philosophy should change, should revive, should rewrite. The another thing is whichever in the Dharma Shastras about the caste, about the discrimination, about all those things, he wants to change all those. Then he advocated the priest caste, priest class. He is not only to uh, uh, confined to only Brahmin. That's why he in 1916 his thesis he said Brahmin class was the only reason for the caste formation. Their selfishness, their handedness, their supremacy, their exploitation, they started this separation from the society. They won't say we are the upper stage, we are the very high than other society people. That's why he advocated the caste origin and then he advocated the caste annihilation. That's why, in my mind, Babasaheb Ambedkar is a revolutionary. He is the only revolutionary. If you take Mahatma Gandhi, Ram Manohar Lohia, they are very positive people about criticizing the caste, but they are not also reaching the thoughts of Ambedkar. They confined somewhere, they confined some reforms, they confined some equal opportunity, they confirm some Mahatma Gandhi like said, we will do something benefit, something welfare schemes. That is not the Ambedkar idea. Ambedkar idea, this, so if the nation, if we want to develop nation, we have to go further and further. Most important thing is the annihilation of caste. That is the now we have to understand, we have to remember Baba Saheb Ambedkar. That's why he took Buddhism, because there is no equality in Hindu philosophy, Hindu religion. Hindu religion also not any chance to reform. That's why he is also to understand we have to go with the Buddhism. Then he understood and he advocated the Prabuddha Bharat. Prabuddha Bharat means total change of in the society economy. If you see, the caste played a role in economy, in politics, in social, in cultural, in behavioral. All the caste is the only reason for the society, basically untouchables. Even he said untouchable also dependent on caste, dependent on religion. That's why religion is the major challenge for this Indian society, Indian community. That's why we have to remember Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar is a revolutionary. We have to follow his thoughts clearly. That's why now today we have to remembering, we have to observe is a Mahaparinirvana Divas. Next, whatever today we are talking about our topic. These are unique features of Indian Constitution in 75 years journey. Then this is another important thing is Indian Constitution main features. So many people saying in academic level, this is a lengthy constitution, written constitution. Something is a unitary and federal. So many things are they are saying, but that's all are those all are only the administration things. The basic Indian constitution is also is a revolutionary document. It's not a general document. If you see any country, if any constitution, if we have to analyze from the 17th, the 18th century beginning to 1935 Act, they are all acts, even India acts also, their acts are belongs to administration purpose, belongs to how to administrate, how to run the government, how to pay the taxes, how to do the things. These are all the things are there in the previous acts. That's all. These are not. Those are not a constitutions. They are acts. Even other countries also, many countries, they are only administrative purpose. How will run the government? How will elect the people? How will the administrate the government? Then all those things we have in the Indian constitution. Also, we have that provisions. That's not a new. What is the new? New thing is in our document, previous status, previous acts or previous behavior, previous practices. What are the practices? What were the practices? In India, there is a, again, I am going to back about caste. The caste is the document. Caste is the constitution. What was the caste says? There is no equality in different castes. They have a upper, they have a lower, they have a different things. That's why these Indian society, basically Hindu society, is not a equal society. It's a discriminated society. It's a overall inequality society. It's a violence proposed society is the preaching the violence. Why? If you see any member, even Brahmin killed somebody, if previous there is no equal punishment. Brahmin killed, Kshatriya killed, Shudra killed, even Vaishya killed, even Dalit outcasts are killed. But they have a different punishments. In Manusmriti, we have all have seen in the Manu Code and Manusmriti. Then another thing is basically these Hindu philosophy based on not only Manusmriti and Manu Code. It was based on epics, is based on Puranas. If you see in Mahabharata, some story was there. Then Yudhishthira and Duryodhana, whichever is the Yuvaras, the king of next king to dynasty. Then Bhishma asked the one question to each Duryodhana and Dharmaras. He asked Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra killed in one person. They did crime, same crime. What will you do? Give the punishment. Then Duryodhana said, "There is no difference. Why should we differentiate? We should give same punishment to four people." Dharmaraj said, "That's not the way. Brahmin, they are like gods. They are more than they are not our premises. They are not compared with us. They are like gods. We cannot punish them. The king will do something crime. King do anything for the people. He is our he is our emperor. He is our ruler. He is do anything for the people. We cannot punish him also. We punish the Vaishya in some threatening something, do that. The Shudra we can punish is a very seriously. That was the story in Mahabharata. This story will have in our minds. in total Indian society. Like that, we don't have any common, any equal position, equal thing. That's why these up to 1950 Indian Constitution, this process, this idea, this practice is going on. Then when Indian Constitution came into force, these all the demolish. These all the demolish. If you take Article 14, what it says, equality before law. If there is a take a 15, is there no discrimination to anybody? Even 16, all those things you have to know. I don't want to tell all the things to refer to you. If you are not aware, we can pursue that. That's not issue. Even 16 also we can have equal opportunities. Then 17 is the abolition of untouchability. Then 22 is the protection of the life. The 21 is the protection from the arrest and something. The 21 is the protection from the life right to life. Even some articles, see the banned and forceful life, bonded labor. There's so many things incorporate. These all not in before 1950. 1950, if British government came into power, they ruled in 150, 200 years, but they didn't dare to implement all those things. They are not having any dare. They have not any courage to things do in the Indian context. That's why, in my understanding, these enough. Another thing is you have to see in the directive principles. Now, Article 38, Article 46, what they say. Article 38 says it is the only thing. Article 38 is the whole economic equality says. If anybody, government should say they should not develop the economic inequalities. Even national resources, even national income also should be distributed among the people, among the state, among the regions. They should not be discriminated by things. Then Article 46 direct to the SCs and STs, the education and economic development. Even employment reservation, political reservation, even SCST commission, understanding, all those articles came into force in 1950 Constitution. Before that, there is nothing. These are all those things. Another important thing we have to understand. Today also we have should we remember our beloved leader. These are all equality. If some BC, OBC people also, they are saying there nothing in constitution about us. Nothing, any article, any clause belong about our development. But what is the Article 340? Article 340 says, Article 340 means any education and economic backward classes should be, see from this article, this government have a power to have a commission and examine and study, then they can take a action. Because of Article 340, the Mandal Commission came into force. If there is no 340, Mandal Commission, no need to this thing. That's why all those articles, all those things is a reverse of the Indian society, reverse of the Indian journey, reverse of the Indian 2000 years, the very panic, very exploited mind of the people. That's why this Indian Constitution, it's not only simple, it's not only governance purpose, it's not only administrative purpose, it's not only all those things. Another important thing is, if article, even our schedule 5th and schedule 6th, it belongs to tribals. There is no such of things in any country also. That's why our constitution is not the administrative document. It's not any governance document. It's a whole revolutionary document. It's a revolutionary the weapon to the people. That's why Ambedkar done for the people of India these all those things. If you take the all those things, we have to see from the preamble. If preamble is equality, fraternity, liberty, social justice, political justice, economic justice, all those things came into this. Even another thing is before the constitution, there is a symbols, there is a beliefs, Hindu philosophy. In constitution, we had two important Buddhist symbols. One is Ashoka symbol for our Rajamudra. Another is the symbol of our Dhammachakra. It's also not simple. It is not. It will not happen to any country. Those days, because of Ambedkar, because of like Nehru, he had so much exposure, world exposure. He has so many persons did so many things, but these two symbols. Now, another important thing is in the constitution is the universal franchise, adult franchise. In the time of Indian constitution, I think so many countries behind the Indian practice. So many developed countries also, they don't have a universal franchise. They don't have a women franchise. But India constitution gave a right to, at one stroke, all the people who were adult age, they got a voting right. This is not also not a simple issue. Like that, so many issues are there. If you take one and another, so many persons, we are not really happy with the uh, constitution implementation. Yes, I agree. In 74 lectures, so many our friends, scholars, they experienced, they exposed the constitution non implementation stage. That's true, but that's not a problem of constitution. They're like that. You may heard about Ambedkar says about constitution implementation. He said constitution good or bad is not a issue. Constitution is good, sometimes is good, but rulers are implemented, people are bad, there is no use of good constitution. If there is a bad constitution, also good people are in power, they would do something for the people, they would change the bad constitution to good constitution. But in that context, what we are knowing, the thing is the constitution is not a stat. Constitution is a some weapon. Whoever they want to use that weapon, it will be used for the people. We don't want to use that people, it will not use for the people. That is the important thing. That's why constitution is a revolutionary. Then we have to take from that. If you take acts after the independent, I will read so many acts, so many laws came into existence, so many schemes came into existence. These are all governments, they are doing some schemes of welfare of the people, farmers, women, or tribals and Dalits and minorities, whatever, whichever, what they want to do, they have to depend, they have to have a power in the constitution. That's why hundreds of acts, and not only one or none two. If you take is from the beginning, so many acts came into existence. If you to from the 1951, 1950 first act, I think is these based on the abolition of untouchability is the represent the people act. Then one is the franchise people representation act, right to education act, right to information act. Then epidemic diseases act. Then drug price admit act, national medical commission, Personal Data Protection Bill, Information Technology, Narcotics, 73rd Constitutional Amendment, then Widows Protection Act 1972, Forest Rights Act, then Water Framework Bill, Biological Diversity Act, Environment Protection. Like that, we have to take anything, labor codes, prevention of money laundering act, occupational safety, health and working condition code. If you take anything, anyway, even our uh, because SC/STs also they have a SC/ST Act, Prevention of Atrocities Act. How it came? It only because of Constitution. Right to Education Act, Right to Information Act. Then the schemes. If the schemes of scholarship, schemes of pension, schemes of anything depend on the Constitution. Hundreds of schemes, hundreds of uh, acts, hundreds of laws came into existence because of the Constitution. If there is no Constitution provisions to help this, nobody will do. If the Constitution is there, we are demanding. Constitution is there, we are asking. Constitution is there, we are questioning. If there is no Constitution, we don't have a right to ask, we don't have a right to protest, right to questioning, right to do anything. Even we are now demanding supply. Where is the basis for us? In the Constitution, Article 38 and Article 46 is our basis for the demand. If there is no Article 46, we cannot demand to the government. Because we only ask, we only request, we only begging. But now we are not begging, we are demanding, we are questioning. Please implement all those things. That is the most important thing about the Constitution. Constitution is, I think, in different countries, a different context. India Constitution is a different context. That's why so many people wrote about Indian Constitution. So many people examine Indian Constitution. Till now is a very, very reference book for the international jurists, international movements, international activists. Nothing any short of it. I think this is the more important thing we have to understand. That's why my request to all the activists, academicians, scholars, politicians, bureaucrats, this we have to understanding the Constitution in the context of the Indian society. Another important thing is Indian Constitution framed not only 4 years time. It's a very big struggle from 2,500 years. This process, this journey started from Buddha to Ambedkar. If you see Buddha, Dasharaja Dhamma, Simhanada Sutta, these two suttas he said what should be king to the people. What is the welfare? There should no discrimination. Even Agganna Sutta he says there is no discrimination should be among the people. He said every man born from the mother womb, everybody, nobody is a minus for that. That spirit started from Ashoka. If you see the Kalinga edict, he said in welfare, I am seeing the all people are my children, all people are my people. I have a duty to protect them. Then you have to see the so many religious movements among the Hinduism. Then so many limitations are there. I am not saying they're very powerful. Even Basaveshwara, even Ramanuja. After that, Kabir, Nanak, Gyaneshwar, Tukaram, Jyotirao Phule, Shahajirao Gaikwad, Shahu Maharaj, Ambedkar. Before Ambedkar also, Achyutanandan from UP, Ayyankali from Kerala, Ayodhyadas from Tamil Nadu, Bhagirath Verma from Hyderabad. So many people. The people are work for that. All the struggles, all the movements, all the sacrifices to join into the constitution. They're all minds. They're all sacrifice, all blood and sweat. They they gave us to our strength. This is the very important thing to understand constitution. Otherwise, constitution is something. Constitution is not implemented. Yes, it is not implementing today. They have a problem. I am not denying that. But same time, we cannot ignore constitution power. We cannot deny constitution genuinity. We cannot forget the constitution revolutionary spirit. The last thing I want to tell you, the whole I told about the all acts and the articles, all those things. If Ambedkar was not there in the Constituent Assembly, these things were not introduced in the Constitution. They don't, even if you see so many people are saying in 1929 Congress manifesto, Congress Constitution, Motilal Nehru was the chairman, Jawaharlal Nehru is the secretary. They prepared one document. In that document, majorly what they did, only the political rights, the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech, then the right to protect from arrest, right to life, then some religion freedom. These something only political religious rights were there. They don't have an abolition of untouchability. They don't have a forced labor ban. They don't have a SC/ST provisions. They don't have a reservations. They don't have a education reservation. All those things they do. Even communists also they don't have that type of arguments. The socialists also they don't have that type of provisions. The only Ambedkar did this. If Ambedkar was not there, you can forget it, all those things. Only political rights were there. Nothing will happen. Nothing was happened in the constitution. That's why that was the unique contribution, not only unique contribution, the revolutionary inclusions in the constitution. Then what was the challenges? The challenges are there. We clearly we are seeing. This now whichever government now is in power, they want to do. They don't want to do anything from the people for the people. They don't want to implement of the constitution, but they don't have a courage to deny the constitution. They will not deny the constitution, but they will not. Then next, what will we do? The only thing is we have to take this movement, constitution awareness movement, to the grassroots level, to the all organizations, to the all states in all languages. I think my request is in future, after this January, we have to serial lectures in different languages. Every state, our community should have one series. Even local language, local arguments, local things you have to do. When now we finished in 75 years national level, then we have to go to every state language, even Himachal, even Rajasthan, even Telugu in Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. With that I think that task should be taken. Another important thing is we should not leave our. We should not don't think we are not doing anything. Please keep your mind in focus. What we should do, we can have a definitely we can find a path. It's not a big issue to us. We'll definitely find it. Then another thing is only grassroots movements. These are all those we are doing in super ऊपर से हम कर रहे हैं, मगर हम पीछे जाना है, घर 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 जाना है। इसलिए ये एक पॉलिसी और एक प्लान हम बनाना पड़ेगा। इसलिए ये सीरीज अब अब खत्म नहीं हो रहा है। ये सीरीज और दूसरा फॉर्म ले रहा है, दूसरा तरीका से जा रहा है, वो लैंग्वेज का तरीके से। और एक साल हम दूसरा लैंग्वेज में हम करने की सोचना पड़ेगा। different states, wherever it's not a big issue, people will available, मिलेगा। हिमाचल में मिलेगा, राजस्थान में मिलेगा, तेलंगाना में मिलेगा, दूसरा स्टेट्स में मिलेगा। बट ये इसका साथ ये एक प्रोसीजरल एक डिबेट करना है। इसलिए हम 25 26 जनवरी इन हैदराबाद we are going to have a constitution conclave. Whoever they gave a lectures in 75 series, they should come. We are inviting all those people. Other friends, other active also should come. Then we have to have another mode of action we can take from the January 26th from 2026. That is the my proposal, my request. Another meeting also we will organize within 10-15 days with our all partner organizations. Whoever participate in the actively, then Santosh and other people also. We can have a one Zoom meeting. How can go about it? How will we go about in future? Thank you. This lecture series, I think I very much happy today. We finished without any break, without any disrupt, without any postpone. We did whatever quality we did, whatever people came. That's a different issue. But so many intellectual scholars were came and gave lectures. That thing. Another thing, because of based on this experience, we can also another mode of action we can take for. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for very thought-provoking, insightful, and informative concluding. You not only started with the philosophy of caste and how that became a base, and it's a wonderful expression in your lecture. You use caste as a constitution. Yes, caste was the constitution or was the spirit unless Indian constitution come into existence to abolish the hierarchies and the inequalities and all forms of oppressions. Uh, and also your detailed note on the various articles that evokes the spirit of equality, protection, and education is important. And you very rightly said that Indian constitution is not only reversing the positive spirits once upon a time that Buddhism or Samrat Ashoka has in this country. In fact, in Constitution Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar said that an experience of democracy is not new to Indian civilization. It was existed in Buddha's Sangha. It's nothing to do with the religion or Buddhism, but you very rightly pointed out the spirit of Indian constitution is taken from its own soil so that people can relate with it. And thank you very much for saying that taking constitution to the people, therefore it is important. And Dr. Ambedkar sort of hinted towards the hero worship and the grammar of anarchy. These are the two warnings he has given, apart from all the warnings you have mentioned, that India has a tendency of hero worshipping. That is that wouldn't ever favor the democratic alliances and the democratic spirit of Indian nation. So it's so important, and he warned India against grammar of anarchy. We should not use those grammars of violence, grammars of divide, grammars of polarization in the Indian society. So it's a unifying document, and that's the greatest gift that Dr. Ambedkar gave the principle or the teaching through constitution to Indian nation, not mere Dalits, to Indian nation about the constitutional morality, where everyone can have a space to be a moral, to be a good citizen, to make a good nation. So thank you very much for this insightful talk, sir. Are there any questions from the audience? I think I would like to open up for conversation for rest of the time we have another uh, yeah 10 minutes or so.
Thank you, प्रोफेसर संतोष राउत जी. uh, क्वेश्चन तो कोई नहीं है, बस ये सेलिब्रेशन का ही है. आज जो आदरणीय लक्ष्मैया जी ने इस 75th जो हमारा सीरीज था इसके बारे में
जी जी.
कंक्लूजन रिमार्क्स कहे, तो इसके लिए सबको बधाई. और हमें भी इंस्पिरेशन मिला. हम हर सैटरडे मॉर्निंग को कोई 300 लोगों को शेयर करते थे लिंक, परंतु समाज की उदासीनता है तो हम सब जानते हैं, हम स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. तो हम हर सैटरडे को मॉर्निंग सबको शेयर करते थे कि ज्वाइन करें. परंतु जितना भी हुआ बहुत अच्छा इंसाइट्स मिला हमें. आदरणीय लक्ष्मैया जी ने इसको कंसेप्चुअलाइज किया और ऑपरेशनलाइज किया. तमाम तरह के, जैसा इन्होंने कहा कि एकेडमिशियन से लेकर के ब्यूरोक्रेट से लेकर के तमाम जो एक्टिविस्ट थे सबको इन्वॉल्व करके हमने देखा कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस और उसकी रियलिटीज क्या है. तो बस मैं यही सुजेस्ट करूंगा कि जो आपने कहा कि आगे इसको कंटिन्यू करना है, तो जो प्रोविजंस और रियलिटीज है इस कंपेन के तौर पे इस मुहिम को गांव-गांव में ले जाना पड़ेगा. जो आपने कहा, हम हिमाचल में भी यही विचार कर रहे हैं. पीछे हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे को यहाँ एक मीटिंग हुआ पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के साथ, तो हम भी यही सोच रहे हैं कि जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस हैं और जो ग्राउंड रियलिटी है इसको एक मुहिम के तौर पे गांव-गांव में ले जाना पड़ेगा. बिल्कुल. तो बहुत बहुत आभार. और हम चाहते हैं कि आपके मार्गदर्शन में ये मुहिम पूरे देश में चले और हम सब लोग साथ हैं इस मुहिम में. और बहुत 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 धन्यवाद. थैंक यू.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Congratulations for Lakshmana and all other organizations for successfully completion of the 75 lecture series on the occasion of. Also, very Professor Rawat from Harvard University.
Professor Limbajagar is
Seeing you.
speaking.
Thank you, sir.
Your
nice
video
to
we
see
have
you, all
open
of you.
कर लीजिए.
As a hello.
He's
Please,
requesting to open your video.
I
He
am
is in the vehicle,
traveling,
I
so I am in the vehicle. So nice to see you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful observations and fruitful discussions you have conducted. Thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for kind remarks.
Thank you. Thanks.
Any other question, Arun sir? Mahendra sir?
Hello, this is Arun.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, I'm thankful to Anna and definitely Professor Rao to you. In fact, in the juncture where when you involved on this process, that quality and other things has been highly enriched, in fact. And out of total 75, around 60 or 65 lectures I attended, and my understanding towards constitution and how to bring it into the ground, that has been really enriched. And because in most of the time, whenever we are going through the constitution, it's a kind of very kind of just reading and understanding, but through the various different issues, uh, bringing a constitution, it's really a great thing. The second, that the way Anna has given the way forward, that is also a very good thing. And as he's a very much grassroots leader, and he had a huge experience on ground. So how to link up this, as he already appealed that we have to bring it into the grassroots, that the basically the constitution, whatever is written over there, how to converge into the grassroots, what could be the language, what could be the mode, and because our people, they have a different level of understanding there. So how to make it possible that people could understand on within their own mental level? That is the big challenge. And as of now, when the country is facing a biggest challenge, you all aware. I do not want to go on that. But definitely, that is the only possibility. That is the constitution which can bring all together the whole country. So I'm thankful to Anna and you all, and all those who have given their lecture, they spend their precious time, and it's a great. And definitely, I may get opportunity to join on 26th January, and it's a really pleasure to become a part of that. So thank you, Anna, to you,
Thank,
and Professor Rao,
thank
to
you,
you, and
Arun. Thank
all
you, Arun.
others. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you.
The सर्दी बहुत है क्या? Okay. If there is nobody is there, we can conclude. Have आपका conclude remarks?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Arun sir and Limadri sir, for your kind comments. I think once again, with all my gratitude and uh, my homage to Baba Saheb Ambedkar on this day is such a great coincidence that the last talk of the series came and fall on the 6th December, the Parinirvan Divas.
It's a great coincidence. I don't. तो
It's,
पहले से मैं सोच रहा हूँ कैसा हो
I think no, it's a
The
bless,
same
it's a
came in my mind in the afternoon.
गया.
I think it's a blessing of Baba Saheb to make constitution as a living document. So Baba Saheb would live. He's not dead. He is living through constitution and the legacy he has given to us. So that's the blessing of Baba Saheb today to conclude this 75th lecture. And I think we have to make constitution as a living document. So I remember once, I think Lalmani Joshi, the one of the greatest cultural historian of this country, said that all the laws are nullified which were governing the India after Indian constitution. And what he meant by all the laws were nullified, or for the first time that India has seen the equality, as Mallepalli sir very rightly said, caste was a constitution, religion was a constitution, Shariat or 1936 Act was a constitution, Manusmriti was a constitution. So India was always ruled by certain particular and the
Dominance.
passions that were influenced by particular ideology or religion. Indian constitution is not influenced by any religion. It borrowed the inspiration from its own civilization, but that's what Baba Sahib was trying to give us, that every citizen, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, man, woman, uh, lower caste, upper caste, everyone can live in harmony. That is the meaning of this constitution that we have to communicate to the nation. Otherwise, we will reduce down it to the ghettoized understanding, which Baba Sahib may not like. So I think this was the transgenerational project, transgenerational revolution, and transgenerational happiness that Dr. Ambedkar wanted to give to the country. So that happiness we should spread. It's a sacred document, and it is. I also wanted to sort of say on the concluding note. I I spoke in various universities. I roam around various countries, and I'm sure all of you must be having experience of various countries, and you are involved in the government machineries through direct or indirect way. No country speaks about their constitution with the passion that we speak or Indian speaks. No country. Why not? Because constitution for them is merely a governing document, merely a running document. It may or may not become emancipatory document. But in India, the language of constitution is spoken with such a passion, love, and with everyone, whether they are ruling party or opposition party or political parties or social organization or educational institute, no one can say anything against Indian constitution, though there are anti-national forces. They try to burn constitution or try to criticize constitution. I would call them anti-national, and they are anti-social element who act against Indian constitution. That's the power, that's the equalizing force that Indian constitution has brought to us. And in a complicated history and society, it's not easy. That credit really goes to Dr. Ambedkar. And if we could make this constitution as a living document to make people aware of it and make India a true country of deep democracy, liberty, equality, fraternity, justice, and self respect, that will be the true sort of tribute to Baba Sahib today. And we all have obliged to it. We all carry this responsibility as an Indian citizen, as a good citizen, as a just citizen, and also followers of Dr. Ambedkar, the great leader today who has left us, but he is living with us with his legacy. And thank you very much, everyone. Arun sir, I have seen you in every talk I have attended, and such a great commitment to people. We to make a change, we don't need mass. We need people who are willing to change and make others to change. So I think this is a very qualitative gathering we had. These talks will be available on YouTube. Please spread those information and the insights that various thinkers and speakers across the world, from Harvard, from Columbia, from Michigan, from Wisconsin, and various universities, people have spoken apart from great Indian uh, intellects. So please spread the words, and this is a wonderful documentation. I'm very happy that Mallepalli sir has committed for following programs, and I hope some sort of edited volumes or some documentation would come so that it will be available for long term to our coming generations. Thank you very much, everyone, and CDS and Mallepalli Laxmaiah sir for giving talk and organizing this. This is such a successful series that we had, and I wanted to congratulate each and everyone. Thank you very much, Jai.
Thank you, Santosh. I will take 1 minute. I very much thanks, congratulate some people from CDS Ravi is doing a wonderful job. I think he's the only one person uh, attended, organized, monitored everything he did. I think we should have a big claps to him, and I very much thanks and congratulate him. Then Vinod Mishra and Santosh Rawat and Ramu. Also, I particularly thanks to Santosh. He organized, I think, 7, 8 lectures from US and other countries. That is also one big contribution to this series. This Sukhdev ji, I think, is one of the fully attended people. I think today, I think Deesab is not there. I think he is also from Himachal Pradesh. He is every time is there. From Himachal, I think 7, 8 people. Mastaram Daroj. I think today is our engineer sab नया है वो चलो बहुत लोगों काम किया I think organizations we have to congratulate them all the organizations involved in the lecture series. I think thank you very much. Thank you to all. I think next series should be go to the people.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Happy Constitution.
Thank you,
I am
Anna.
very much. I am
Thank
very
you
much
all.
happy. But I
Thank
am
you.
sorry. I am sorry to Arun Kote. I very sorry. I forget some maybe in Dinesh Chandra. I think so many people are. Arun Kote also gave a lecture and organized some speakers. I think everybody, even Sukhdev ji, so many people. I think even Rehan from JNU, even Andhra Pradesh, Sudarshan Reddy garu, Sukhdev Thorat garu, Ramchand, great personalities. I think we should write on behalf of our nations 2 letters to congratulate, thanks letter to all 75 people. सुखदेव जी
हाँ, thank you.
एक लेटर ड्राफ्ट करके भेजना पड़ेगा we have to thanks and congratulate. Then we have to invite the 25th, 26th, like that. Another thing is we have to meeting
Ravi,
on
you can
Zoom.
stop recording. Ravi, you can stop recording now.
Okay.
Sir. That's much
Anna,
better.
continue.
Then we have to go further. Another thing is I'm sorry, I'm missing 10, 14, 17th or 18th will be meeting on June. Because of whoever actively participated in the series, we can have some